Hi there, today we're going to be talking about summer day walking packs. I'm going to talk about three of my favourite ones from Lowe Alpine, Osprey and Mammut. But before we get talking about those, we're going to talk about why you would buy them over these three. So before we talk about what you're looking for in a summer day walking pack, I'm going to just say what you're not looking for in a summer day walking pack. Now, this is a great bag. I've got one myself. It's a Mutant 22, but you really wouldn't buy this as a day walking pack for summer. And there's one good reason behind that, and that is it has no AirBack system at all. So as you can see, if you look at the back quite closely here, it's one continuous layer of foam. There's no channeling, no mesh, no nothing. That means that you've got one continuous sheet of foam next to your skin, and that's really pretty warm compared to some of the better back systems on the marketplace. So moving on from the Mutant 22, we're going to have a quick chat about the Aeon 27 and the Tallon series bag from Osprey. So these two packs have got what you might be able to call an AirBack system, but it's not really a true one. So they're both using moulded foam frame sheets, and there's some mesh over the top of that foam, and then there's quite a few gaps in between the foam. So that reduces the amount of foam that's touching your back. So that's going to keep your back a little bit cooler. They're both taking advantage of open cell foam in virtually every other place that can touch your body. So there's loads and loads of holes in the foam here, loads of ventilation. So they are pretty good. So you would buy this as a summer day walking pack, but it's not the pinnacle of summer day walking packs. And we'll move on to those guys next. Okay, so here are my three top picks for summer day walking packs that we stock in our range. We've got the Stratos 24 from Osprey, we've got the Airzone Trek 28 from Lowe Alpine, and we've got the Ducan 24 from Mammut. So the reason I chose these packs is because I think they're just about the right size for summer day walking. You're not going to be carrying a huge amount when you're out just for a day. So a pack that's anywhere between 20 and 30 litres should be about right for most people. Other features that you might find desirable in a summer day walking pack are stretchy bottle pockets on the side. That's pretty good. You need a hydration bladder compatible pack normally, because a lot of people do use a hydration bladder. All three of these cover that base. You've got a decent supportive waist belt on all three of them, and all of them feature a pocket on the waist belts as well, so you can stick your phone in there or sweets or something like that, but it's still really useful access as well. And then, yeah, just generally a really good carry system, so they're going to be super comfy all day. So the standout feature of all of these three packs is the AirBack systems on them, and that's what we're really talking about today. So you've got the Airspeed back system on the Osprey pack, you've got the Airzone Plus back system on the Lowe Alpine pack, and you've got the Airspace back system on the Mammut pack. And I'll go into all three of those back systems in greater detail now. So before we get into the specifics of all the true AirBacks, we're just going to quickly go back to the Aeon, which I showed you earlier. And if you can see that, so Sam's wearing the Aeon, and there is absolutely no air gap here between the bag and him. So effectively, there's no real airflow. So the foam frame sheet with a bit of mesh over the top of it, like I said earlier, it's going to be doing something, but basically if it gets really hot, there's going to be no air movement. So it's just going to rely on that tiny bit of channeling and shaping that the foam's got to keep him cool. So definitely not as good as the proper AirBack systems we're going to be going into next. Okay, so let's talk about the Ducan 24 from Mammut. Now this has got a true AirBack system to it, so there's a whole lot of ventilation here. The pack itself is pretty simple, so it weighs only 910 grams, which is pretty nice. That's obviously, it's a few grams lighter than either of the other two. But the AirBack system is quite simple on it. So at the bottom, in the lumbar area there, you've actually got quite a large pad of foam. So that's going to be a bit warmer than mesh and air getting to that mesh. And also at the very top, you've also got a pad of foam. So that's the bit that goes across your shoulder blades. Really comfy. It's going to be a little bit warmer. So the centre part of the AirBack system here is where you get all that ventilation. As you can see, I can put my arm right through it. So there is quite a big gap, probably a couple of inches, that kind of thing. And the mesh itself is extremely fine. So you're going to get good ventilation in that area, but it is limited by the amount of foam at the bottom and the top. So moving on to the Lowe Alpine Airzone Trek 28. Again, great AirBack system. You can see there's a pretty big gap there, so I can get my arm right through there, much like the Ducan. But the difference between this one and the Mammut Ducan is that it's got no foam at the top at all. So it's all mesh only. So basically it's ventilated right up to the top where it touches your shoulders. The mesh itself is under tension, and it's really soft, and it's, yeah, I mean, it is comfortable when you're wearing it for sure. So I think this pack has a larger area of breathable mesh, so you'd expect it to be slightly cooler in hot conditions than the Mammut one. It does at the bottom still have this lumbar area, which is open cell foam. You can, if you can pick it up on the camera, there's still quite a lot of holes pulled out of the foam frame sheet itself. So it's going to be breathable, but not as breathable as just mesh on its own. So still really nice little carry system on this. So you do benefit from an adjustable back on this one as well, which the Ducan doesn't have. It's got a few inches of adjustment, so you can simply slip your hand down the back and undo the Velcro and bring the back system up if you want to tailor that to your needs. So yeah, really good little AirBack system. So last but not least, we're going to chat about the Osprey Stratos 24. So the airspeed back system on this is really the most comprehensive one of the bunch. So basically it's pretty much got the biggest gap between your back and the mesh, and the mesh as well extends completely from the top to the bottom. So when I talked about the 2-packs earlier, the Ducan had some foam padding up around the shoulder area and some in the lumbar area. The Lowe Alpine Trek only has padding in the lumbar area, or foam. This one has absolutely no foam at all. So this airspeed suspended back system is full on mesh all the way from the top to the bottom. And as you can see, there's a big hole at the top, and I don't know, maybe you're not really going to get too much airflow at the bottom where it sits around your lumbar, but basically it's foam, it's mesh and mesh only, and that really is designed to keep you as cool as possible when you're out hiking during the summer. You've got an adjustable back on this one too. They use a ladder lock system there, which is really easy to use. So it's about an inch every increment on there. Yeah, not a lot more to say about that one other than it's extremely comfortable, pretty light, and it's very, very breathable. So possibly the perfect pack for summer day walking. So that was a quick look at 3 great summer day walking packs. If you want to stay cool and comfortable this summer, we recommend you pick one with a fully ventilated back system. If you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and comment. Thanks for watching.